sorry if I can't give it to you. That was the sound I imagined when you walked away, wishing you would take me with you instead of your suitcase. We weren't close enough. Can I rewind our time? I'm so good at pretend like I don't even care. You're so good at leaving, well, I guess wish me luck. You don't have a she, I don't have a he, but we're not a we. 'Cause you only like beautiful things. Sorry if I can't give it to you. We only met in the evening. Why do I wanna keep following you? You only like beautiful things. Sorry if I can't give it to you. We only met in the evening. Why do I wanna keep following you? Why do I wanna keep following you? Why do I wanna keep following? Maybe I should bury whatever it is I'm feeling. Maybe I should bury whatever it is I'm feeling. 'Cause you only like beautiful things. Sorry if I can't give it to you. We only met in the evening. Why do I wanna keep following you? You only like beautiful things. Sorry if I can't give it to you. We only met in the evening. Why do I wanna keep following you? You only like beautiful things. Sorry if I can't give it to you. We only met in the evening. Why do I wanna keep following you? You only like beautiful things. Sorry if I can't give it to you. We only met in the evening. So why do I wanna keep following you?
Yay!
Thank you so much. That was the only like
Rinrin,
beautiful.
guys,
Yes,
with You
Rinrin.
Only Like Beautiful Things. Thank you for the beautiful performance.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Wow.
Hello.
As we said, this is a change this morning on Starting Point. We have music finally.
We do,
And
yes.
from the one and only Rinrin. How proud are we of you?
Hello.
Oh, that's the voice of an angel.
Thank you. Although I'm human though.
We never know at certain
We
time of the
never
day.
know,
You can transform into one. We can't wait to talk to you about all of the things that you've achieved, all of the things that you're so passionate about, Rinrin.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Andrew, we do have a couple of informations before we continue with the conversation.
Yes, we do.
Today, we celebrate World Music Day after it was first observed in France on June 21st, 1982. And now let's take a look at the history and significance of World Music Day. Take a look.
1982 in France, when people urged to play music outdoors and participate in the festivities. Several concerts are organized on this particular day, and different genres of music are made available for the general public to listen. Professional and amateur musicians will be able to showcase their skills on this special day. Today is designated to pay tribute to music, something which plays a significant role in everybody's life and transcends boundaries. Music is the essence of life, and Music Day is about realizing the power of music and sharing it with others. This year's theme has yet to be announced, but will carry a similar spirit to the previous years, Music at the Intersections. Rinrin is an Indonesian musician from Batam Riau Island province who stole the public attention after she was personally asked by Iqbal Ramadan, the main character in Indonesian box office Dilan 1990, to write the song Rindu Sendiri, which became soundtrack of the movie. Iqbal, Rinrin and another musician, Agi, established a band called Sambados in 2017, with Rinrin being appointed as its vocalist. As a musician, Rinrin has her own idealism in working, displaying her personal characteristics in her solo project as a musician, which carries a unique genre, indie pop jazz. Apart from Rindu Sendiri, Rinrin has also created a number of songs which are largely welcomed by music lovers in the country and abroad, such as singles titled Glock 17 and Pimples. Currently, Rinrin is working on a music album and a number of music performances in the country and abroad, one of them in Russia, which are planned for the end of this year.
Wow, what an inspiration, Audrey.
Yes, indeed.
And that was not in our country, that was in Russia. That's so far away from Indonesia, and she made it all the way through to the
Yes.
country.
Wow.
Rinrin, welcome to Starting Point.
Thank you.
Here on TVIL, we know that you've been here once before with our colleague and to talk about all of your achievements. But for us, this is a thrill. Thank you very much for being
This
here
is
this
the
morning.
premiere for
Thank you
us.
for having
Yes,
me
thank
again.
you.
And that was a short and a brief glimpse to what you've achieved in Russia. Tell us more about it. What was the occasion of that performance and how did you get there?
Okay, so it is an event called International Youth Festival of Modern Muslim Culture. It is held by the Kazan OIC Youth 2022, and I think it was from the Islamic Muslim Federation, international one, and they held this festival, and people from all around the world are welcome to join, including Indonesia, as long as they are the member of the Muslim
The
Federation.
ONC countries,
Yeah, the OIC country. So I submitted one of my songs. It is called Glock 17.
Glock 17.
Yes.
Is that a weapon or something?
It
No,
is
it's
a
not.
weapon.
It is a weapon,
It is a
isn't
weapon.
it?
It's a gun.
It's a gun. I know that Glock is a gun. Okay, we'll talk more
Yes,
about
yes.
that. So you
We wanna
submitted
know
that
more.
gun song,
I
and
submitted that gun song, and surprisingly, I got accepted with 5 other contestants from Indonesia. There are actually a lot of contestants other than Indonesians. There are people from Gambia,
Wow.
India, even from
The whole
Russia itself. So a lot of contestants, lots of talented people. There are singers, dancers, and even painters got accepted to this festival. And we went to Kazan, Russia in October 2022. And I was really happy that I got accepted because I got the chance to meet other musicians from other countries and share our creativity. And I would love to do a collaborations with them sometimes if I get the chance to go back to Russia again.
Wow. Yeah, and now we want to know, what is the song Glock 17 about? Since you mentioned it.
And how did you come up with it? What's the philosophy of it? This is
It's
about
definitely
shooting
not,
story.
not about shooting people.
I was going to ask, yeah.
No, I'm not a serial killer. I'm a normal person. So I came up with that title. It's an exaggeration. So it's a song about me being heartbroken, but instead of calling it a heartbroken song, I put a title.
That's me too, by the way.
Yes.
Continue.
Are you heartbroken right now?
I guess all of us at some point in our lives are
Yeah, okay.
heartbroken. So.
By the way, I moved on, yeah? I'm not heartbroken
Oh man,
anymore.
someone's watching
Not
out there.
relevant right
She's
now.
moved
Yes.
on, guys.
I moved on.
Yeah. Does it mean she's available? She's going to answer that
Yes,
later.
I'm single and ready to
yay.
mingle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but
Continue,
the song
please,
Glock
Rinrin.
17 is
Yeah.
an exaggeration for me because I was so heartbroken and it feels like someone had shot me in the heart like with a Glock 17.
Ah,
Wow,
wowza.
that's very poetic.
Yeah,
Like the fact that you
I
chose like an
tried to.
actual
Yeah,
item.
a lot of other
Wow.
writers either compare it to toothache or headaches or other kinds of
Yeah.
body aches, but this is the first one that you compare it to being shot in the heart with a
Wow.
Glock 17.
Yeah, it hurts so bad.
Wow.
It hurts so bad.
It might have killed
felt
you.
like I
It
was
might have
shot.
killed you.
Almost.
So let's talk about the songwriting process because not everyone can do it. A lot of people can sing. A lot of people can sing well, but singing well and writing good songs is a whole other thing. So what's the process for you?
The process for me, sometimes it's complicated because I don't really have a template. So I just write what I feel at first when I first learn how to write songs. But in the end, I learn how to process other people's stories too. For example, you tell me stories about like your journey in life or something, and I like to listen to your life stories and make it to a song. This one time I wrote a song called Letter to Myself. It is actually inspired by many of my friends' stories about how they feel of identity crisis. And sometimes we young people are not that grateful for what we have and what we achieve. And I wrote a song called Letter to Myself to remind ourselves to be grateful for what we achieve, because our younger self might feel differently than us right now.
Yeah.
They might feel jealous of our future self. So when I first learn how to write songs, I only write how I feel, but in the process, in the making, years by years, I learned how to
Listen
interpret
to
other people's feelings
stories.
too. Yeah.
So others who listen to your songs, they can relate to it. They feel like,
Yeah.
oh, this is what I'm also going through, and they enjoy the music even more by listening into what you've written.
Yeah, and I think that takes a certain skill, Rahmat.
Exactly.
And I've listened to Letter to Myself, your
Thank
song.
you.
Actually, I've had it on repeat. I'm not guilty of it.
Oh, wowza. Yeah.
And one of the things that really connected with me was the words that you put there. And like you said before, because you took it from your friends' stories and maybe also your personal experiences, I think it could be kind of like a universal experience that we're all feeling. How are you able to tap into these emotions when writing songs? Because like, of course, I know that songwriting takes a long time, and sometimes it might be hard to distinguish between like your own emotions while writing it and the actual message that you want to put in. So like, how do you get into that?
Okay, so I wrote that song Letter to Myself a year ago, but I actually felt the meaning of the song like back in the days when I was in high school. I was feeling really down about my life, and I feel like I'm left out. My friends are out there doing something, meanwhile I was out of my band and my career was going down. So I was a little confused with my life. What am I gonna do? Will I survive in music and stuff like that? So
Music saved you.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then music saved me. But at that time, I was not very confident as right now. So that's why I wrote that song, Letter to Myself. Because one night I was sitting down and I was like overthinking, and
Don't we all?
yeah,
Yeah, at
Don't
a
we
certain
all?
point and one night
At
where you just
certain
can't
point.
sleep and you
Yes.
think things over and
It's
over
usually late
it
until
night.
happens.
Yes.
It happens
Yeah.
sometime, and that one day it happened to me, and I thought maybe my high school version of myself is proud of me right now, even though right now I feel like I
Yeah.
don't
Looking
achieve
back,
as much.
that's right.
Yeah, even though sometimes I'm jealous of other people who achieve so much, but my achievements right now are what are the results of my hard work. So I want to tell people to be grateful, and that's why I wrote the song.
Let's go back to the high school thing, which I believe you just graduated a year ago.
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, okay. But you look it anyway. So, on that note, I'd like to get your take on your initial passion towards music? When did you realize the point in life when you, oh, this is what I want to pursue, this is what I want to be good at, and this is something that I'm truly passionate about, something that I can expand my life upon?
For music, I actually learned music like a long time ago when I was a kid. It was.
How old was that? How old were you?
I don't
You
remember.
don't remember the age?
I was
Probably
so
you were too
little.
young.
Yeah, that's
I think I
how
was like,
that's how young she was.
Yeah, but like I knew that I want a career in music when I was in high school actually. But in high school, I don't think I wrote many meaningful songs to my personal reference. I think that my songs in high school is more of a fun high school girl experience, you know, young people trying everything. And as I grew up, I want to write more meaningful songs, like I mentioned before.
Yeah.
So that's when I knew I want to have a career in songwriting and musician. I also write songs for other people. I wrote songs for my friend Wheezy. And there's Nadine Amiza and a lot more to come. So I'm so excited to write songs for other talented musicians and singers.
More great things to come from Rinrin.
Yes,
Indeed.
letter to myself.
Yes. And after this, we're actually going to see another live performance from Rinrin, which, of course, we are all looking forward to, and I'm sure that you are too, the viewers.
Right.
Before that, we are going to go to another item, which is multi-ethnic Indonesia has a very rich culture, including its musical instruments since it's World Music Day. Well, following are some traditional instruments that are acknowledged by UNESCO as intangible cultural heritage. Take a look.
Originated from ethnic Sunda in West Java, angklung consists of 2 to 4 bamboo tubes suspended in a bamboo frame and bound with rattan cords. The tubes are carefully whittled and cut by a master craft person to produce certain notes when the frame is shaken or tapped. As each angklung produces a single note, several musicians need to collaborate to produce beautiful melodies. The instrument is estimated to have been around since the 5th century and widely spread across West Java on the 12th century as a rite of ritual to honor Nyai Sri Pohaci, a local derivation of Goddess Sri, who represents fertility. Ancient manuscript also described the use of angklung to drum up the spirit of soldiers during the battles. UNESCO acknowledged angklung as part of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity in 2010. Another instrument that had been acknowledged by UNESCO is the gamelan, a set of musical instruments used in a traditional percussion orchestra. Although gamelan is identical with the Javanese, there are a wide variety of gamelan such as those from Bali, Sunda, Minang, and Banjar. Consisting primarily of ornate percussive instruments made of hand-forged metal, the gamelan ensemble typically includes xylophones, gongs, drums, cymbals, string instruments, and bamboo flutes. Gamelan music follows precise rules and techniques as multiple instruments may play interlocking parts to form a single rhythm. Gamelan is commonly performed in religious rituals, ceremonies, shadow puppet or wayang, as well as festivals and concerts. It is also seen as a way of establishing a connection between humans and the universe. Gamelan made its entry onto UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity in 2021.
Settingnya
Lama
agak
ya.
panjang di situ. All right. So we are anticipating, as Audrey said, the another performance yet from Rinrin. However, we still have burning questions in mind before we cap off the conversations.
We have
Audrey, you go
so
first.
many.
Yeah.
Well, just as a final message, what would you like to say to young musicians, aspiring artists who would like to follow in your footsteps? Since you've achieved a lot, what's the message for them?
And adding to that, what's next for Rinrin after this?
Okay, the message for young musicians, just do it.
Yeah.
Just do
Don't
what you
hesitate.
want to
Yeah.
do. I mean, sometimes we might fail. I think that's a possibility if we fail, because I fail a lot of times in writing songs. I wrote bad songs and I fail in producing my own songs. And sometimes my songs got rejected by labels and stuff, but that's where I learned. So just do it. Don't think about it. Just learn by doing. Especially if you're creating a song and a music, you will find your true identity once you do it along the way.
Yeah, trust in the process, right?
Yeah, trust the process. And what's next for me? By the way, I just released an album.
Oh, yay.
Wow.
Yes, like about a month
Congratulations.
ago.
How can people access to the album very
Yes.
quickly?
It is.
Is it on streaming services
Yeah,
and
it's
Spotify and
available
stuff? Yeah,
on
yeah.
all digital streaming platforms.
Yes, go for it, guys.
The album is called Kahiji the First. Kahiji is actually a Sundanese language. It translates the first. And I took Sundanese language because the album contains a Sundanese traditional elements, and you should listen to it.
Wow.
I think it's a great way for young people to listen to traditional music. That's why I put traditional elements in my modern album. And what's next for me? I have performances in several cities in Indonesia, and I'm very excited to meet my listeners and meet new friends. And I think I'm going back to Russia next year, hopefully, because I hear that might be another event they will be holding. So I'm very
Yay.
excited.
Best of luck with that. And hopefully the tensions in that region would have
Settled,
subsided.
hopefully by
Yeah,
then.
yeah,
and
yeah, 'cause-
also, Rinrin, last question: how can people find you on social media? Instagram, Facebook?
Oh, yeah. My username on Instagram is Tararin. It's TARRARIN. Yeah, you can find me there, but most importantly, just stream my music.
Right.
Thank you.
So that's how you get to reach Rinrin on social media.
Yes.
Although I believe just type in Rinrin, you'll find it, just like I do. Just like I did. It's going to be on top of the search results. In the meantime, this is it. The final performance for Starting Point today from Rinrin. What's the title again, Rinrin?
Boy, goodbye.
Oh, boy,
boy.
bye.
Oh,
Boy,
bye.
goodbye.
Take it away, Rinrin.
Back to the days where I was the independent woman. Honey, I still am, but better since he left me. I've been sober. My crib has more history than your big fat mansion in that street. Don't even invite me in. I'd rather say, boy, goodbye. Boy, goodbye. Boy, goodbye. Boy, goodbye. Run away from me. Why you keep chasing? Don't you get it? Your mom said there are many fish in the sea. Well, I ain't a fish. My crib has more history than your big fat mansion in that street. Don't even invite me in. I'd rather say, boy, goodbye. Boy, goodbye. Boy, goodbye. Boy, goodbye. You can keep praying, you can keep wishing, keep begging over and over again. just left me. I got a lot on my plate. I got a lot to present. May I present? May I present? Boy, goodbye. 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 Thank you.
The
Oh,
end.
yes.
Boy, goodbye. That was one chapter of her life. The next chapter is boy, welcome.
Boy, hello.
The
Yes.
next one. Have you ever said boy, goodbye at a certain point of your life, Audrey?
Oh, many times.
Yeah, same
Yes.
girl.
And that was not off the record.
That is not.
All right, we
Yes.
do have a few more minutes before we close this morning's program. And you're returning to Russia even next year, and you're touring around the cities. So how would you, as Audrey, I'd like to piggyback on that, how would you encourage the younger generations? Because right now, the younger generation are facing such crucial matters of the social media's bullyings, all
yeah,
the
all the
haters, all
pressure.
the
Yeah.
hurtful comments out there. As someone who's going to go through that path, what message would you tell them just to stay strong and be able to overcome all of these difficulties?
Yeah, I actually have a lot of experience of that, like social media bullying and identity crisis and stuff. And I just want to say to young people, it's okay to feel sad. It's a reaction. It's normal. I totally feel really down when I experience those stuff. But after you experience those feelings, I know you will get back up again, whatever your passion is, especially maybe musicians. You can actually turn that into your inspirations, because
Yeah.
sometimes hurtful events are the best inspiration in
Wow.
music.
For your songs.
I write songs. I write the best songs when I'm sad.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
And after such a sad or hurtful events, you come out stronger on the other side.
Yes.
Yeah.
What doesn't kill you?
What doesn't kill you? Yeah.
Makes you
makes you
strong.
But what if
stronger.
it does,
Exactly.
though?
Well, I guess you got to make sure it does
Yeah.
not. And also, we're curious, Rinrin, who are the artists that you would most want to collaborate with?
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow!
Your biggest
so many.
inspiration,
So
someone you
many.
want to work with. Yeah.
So many. Maybe from Indonesia. From Indonesia, there is someone from my hometown. There's this my Korean producer in my old band. His name is Janitra Satriani, but it's been a while since he released music, so I was hoping maybe I can collab and release it for him. Yeah, actually, this guy Janitra, I learned how to produce a song from him. So when I was learning how to produce, I asked a lot of questions to him, and he was happy to help.
Yeah.
And he is also my sound engineer for my album. So I'm so excited to collaborate with him and many other artists also. Oh, there's this Indonesian singer. Her name is Asia Keva. I think she's from Bali, and I would really love to produce a song with her.
Right.
Wow.
Asia Kefa,
So
if
if
you
you're
are
seeing
watching,
this, yes.
the door is open. And
Take note, artists.
Take note. And talking about people around you, because you were touching on that, Rinrin, I'd like to get to know, because obviously you're very, very young, and you have to go around the city, around the world, leaving your family behind. How has your family supported you with all of these journeys that you're going through? We believe that your mom is here, she's here,
Yeah.
right? So
And your
how
dad is here too,
Yeah.
yes.
I don't want to cry now because it's all about family things. How have they supported you?
Wow, they actually really supported me like from a long time ago. But you know, young people, when I was in high school, I felt like I was kind of lost. I lost touch with my family. And as I grew up, I feel like there's something missing from my career. And I didn't know what. And then I reconnected with my family, and I knew what I lost. It's my family connection. So even though I'm far away, for example, I went to Russia, but I always have to call my mom and dad like almost every day, at least text them, so I can feel safe, you know. So they've been supporting me, not just like in life, but also in my career, even though they are not present when I was in Russia, but at least I know that they will always have my back.
Yeah.
And they totally support me in music, like 100%. They let me do whatever I want in music, as long as I get to involve them. For example, I'm having this showcase this Saturday, and I always find a way to invite my family because I want to feel their presence when I'm performing. Yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, Rinrin, this has been a delight. You are an inspiration. We've come to the end of our time.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much for coming.
you.
Yes, it is. It's such a joy.
Yeah. And that is also the end of our program for Starting Point this morning here on TV Our World. Finally, I'm Rahmat Idris.
And I'm Audrey Toyo. Thank you so much again for watching, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.